Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy Forrester Finnegan is allowing lawn to grow. She's setting a plan in stir that targets Hope Logan. Steffy intends to impale Hope and Carter Walton in the heart. Observers learned that Steffy is musketeers with Daphne Rose. Laurels to the Jotting staff for creating a new character woven into the Forrester Creations power struggle. Daphne willingly accepted Steffy's offer to invite Carter, destabilizing the two-person contingent that's taken hold of the family business. Hope and Carter are infatuated with Daphne. The so-called stylish nose in Paris, France, sailed them over with her entrance. Fanny Grayson wanted to get FC's scent contract. But Daphne's entrance and posterior subtitled discussion ended Fanny's expedience. She didn't watch because, like Carter and Hope, she admires Daphne. But Fanny putatively doesn't know that Daphne is in cahoots with Steffy. That probably won't come known for a while. It appears as though Fanny will exit stage left now that Daphne is on the scene. Daphne is a transport and shaker in the luxury world, precisely where Carter wants to place FC. So Steffy aims to have Daphne bait Carter. That trouble has excellent eventuality because it should produce the asked pressure between the love catcalls. Carter and Hope have just begun their relationship. They've a genuine spark, but their togetherness is also a pairing of convenience. So, Carter is vulnerable to getting enchanted by Daphne. Observers no way knew Steffy had a notorious friend. But that connection is being booby-trapped in an attempt to regain control of the company her grandparents co-founded. This trouble might not be immediate but should ultimately yield positive results as long as Carter and Hope remain ignorant of what's passing. Rich Forrester offered a wry smile when Steffy participated her plan with him, Eric Forrester, and her mama, Taylor Hayes. They all know Steffy means business and will soon make her return to the superintendent's suite. Carter and Hope will be leery of Steffy. But the presence of Daphne should distract Carter's attention. Hope is a different computation, so Steffy must be careful with her. Steffy is over to the task. But Hope is no pushover and is motivated to keep all Carter helped her to reclaim. Winning means wresting control from Carter forcefully, not staying times for attorneys to recapture legal control or arrive at some distasteful concession. So, Steffy's plot, like this plot itself, is compelling. Steffy Forrester Finnegan is using notorious perfumier Daphne Rose to get Forrester Creations back. While Steffy thinks she has a great idea, what if there's a twist? What if Daphne gets into Forrester Creations and realizes she's completely on board with Carter Walton's preemption? Could Steffy's operative betray her in the end? Daphne zoomed into Forrester Creations and anticipated everything to move mountains for her. While Carter and Hope Logan were bedazzled by Daphne's incense scent, it also sounded relatively remarkable. Carter did have questions, but he didn't want Daphne to walk out moreover. In the end, Daphne is going to get the account at Forrester Creations. Steffy is using Daphne to do some damage to Carter and Hope. Daphne has two operations. The first is to get into Forrester Creations and do some smelling around. Meanwhile, Daphne wouldn't have to get intel alone because Steffy plans on returning to the office. Now, Rich Forrester thinks they should do effects the legal way. Still, Steffy says there isn't enough time. Keep that in mind as we continue on to Daphne's secondary charge. Daphne's secondary charge is to land Carter as her new man. Daphne is supposedly single and looking for someone special. So, Daphne getting some passion might be her price for helping Steffy out. Still, Daphne is formally coming off as a laddie odd. At this point, I'm not relatively sure if Daphne is being silly or if that's supposed to be sexy. Staring and blinking rather of answering direct questions, signaling a scarf in people's faces. Yes, I'm sure it smelled veritably nice, but it was still a bit crazy. Perhaps it's all part of her attractive charm. Now, what if Daphne gets in there and actually falls in love with Carter? Daphne and Steffy might suppose she's just playing games with Carter, but there could be a love story there. Going a bit further, Daphne just might start to believe in Carter's vision. What if in the end, Daphne ends up turning on Steffy? With an important perfumier like Daphne, could Steffy have just made a huge mistake? Steffy has been colluding behind the scenes. She eventually revealed the details of her devious plan to Eric and Ridge. We knew she had commodity in the workshop, but they no way saw this coming. Steffy had commodity up her sleeve. She revealed the details of her secret plan to Eric and Ridge. She plans to return to Forrester Creations and continue working as usual. Still, Steffy will have to swallow her pride. She'll have to work alongside Carter and Hope. She'd also have to accept her reduction. She's no longer the CEO of Forrester Creations. She explained that she'd have to be civil. It'll be hard for her not to want to snark at Carter and Hope, especially after what they did to her and her family. But there's further to her plan. Daphne Rose had an improvisational meeting at Forrester Creations. She's the biggest nose in France. That's not impersonality. Daphne knows everything there's to know about fine spices. She formerly has the perfect scent for Forrester's new incense, which formerly had Carter charmed. He nearly swooned during their chance hassle. Steffy's plan has two corridors. First, she plans to take back Forrester Creations from Hope and Carter. Her plan is to catch them out from underneath them when they're not looking. This is where Daphne comes by. She doesn't just have the stylish nose in France. She's also one of the country's most beautiful women, and men always fall in love with her. Daphne showed up at Steffy's house. She could smell her before she arrived. Steffy wanted to know how the meeting went, and more importantly, she wanted to know what Daphne allowed of Carter. Steffy hired Daphne to get under Hope's skin. She knows Carter better than anyone, and she thinks that he'll end up falling for Daphne, eventually leaving Hope. Steffy is taking a 1-2 punch approach to her plan. Remy Price has been arrested, but he could get a redemption story enough snappily. Luna Nozawa has heard about Electra Forrester's fire. So, it's getting clear that Luna's coming target is Electra. It might not be Will Spencer who saves Electra this time, however. What if Remy busts out of jail or gets released ever, and saves Electra from Luna's killer scheme? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibilities. Electra set up the prints that Remy faked of her each over the wall in his apartment. Electra ran, but Remy chased her down. For a bit, it nearly appeared as if Remy and Electra might both go over the rooftop rail. Thankfully, Electra eventually got a signal and was suitable to reach Will. On the phone, Electra told Will that Remy was after her. Electra transferred Will her position and he zoomed on his motorcycle to save the day. All it took was one punch to the nose and Remy went down, down, down. It was enough quick fight, but Remy might have formerly been tired out from chasing Electra each over LA. In the end, the authorities took Remy down. Still, suckers are formerly wondering if Remy might make a return. After Electra's fire, Will took her to meet his father. While Luna hid at the top of the staircase, Will and Electra told a bewildered Bill Spencer each about Remy. As Luna heeded, Electra told Bill Remy's full name, about the apartment at Il Giardino, the prince, and her job at Forrester Creations. It was a whole lot of information about Electra in one swoop, but Luna just happened to be hearkening to every single word. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers surprise redemption? With Luna's creepy smile on the stairs, it seems her coming preoccupation might be Will. That means Luna has to get Electra out of the way. While Will is Electra's idol now, what if Luna and Remy ever come into contact? Luna can't leave the estate, but she can make phone calls and shoot letters. What if Luna tries to make some kind of minatory alliance with Remy, only for him to save Electra at the veritably last nanosecond? It would clearly complicate Electra's life and it might give her a controversial love triangle as well. After all, Electra/Remy/Will are giving us all the Thomas Forrester/Hope Logan vibes.